Muralidhar, now the Taliban has gained ground in Afghanistan, and this definitely means a threat. I mean, we were talking about how we were deputed in Kashmir in the 1990s, and Taliban surfaced back in 1996, and we saw what happened in Kashmir. So, in that sense, experts are already telling that the Kashmir Valley may face terrorism. What difference do you see in India's preparation this time, and are you confident that we will handle Valley better than we handled in 1996?
First of all, there is a recognition all over the world and in India too. The Taliban is a challenge. Previously, this adequate awareness and understanding about Taliban as a challenge was not there, neither globally nor at the national level. So this is the change which is going to help anybody who wants to handle the situation. This is a very big resource. Now coming to, today in Afghanistan, we see Taliban is victorious. Definitely, nobody can say it is not a victory for them. There is a message to the entire Islamic world and even to the whole world that Afghanistani people cannot be subjugated or cannot be submitted, cannot become submitted or submissive by an outside force of, America. So that a kind of message with this victory of Taliban has gone to, but it has, other dimensions also. It is not a clear road for Taliban, fighting against America and making America to flee or making America to leave Afghanistan is one-dimensional war. It does not mean that they have won Afghanistan. They have won in this war or battle, but still they have not won that leading Afghanistan as a nation. So this is a far bigger challenge to Taliban. So what makes them, we have to see how they and their leadership will get evolved, whether their focus will be to govern Afghanistan or to run a jihadi war globally. What would be the priority for the present day Taliban leadership? World is going to see. Unless they establish in real governance in Afghanistan, neither they will become acceptable in Afghanistan, nor they will become acceptable for the whole world. So they have a far bigger question than India or the people at the global level. So it is left to them. World is going to watch. If they feel that they have a bigger war at the global level and they have to take that as a priority, then their own survival is not taken for granted in Afghanistan. Unless they become inclusive, unless they demonstrate a mature version or interpretation of Islam, they cannot survive in Afghanistan first. So for them also there is a challenge and a test to pass. Now coming to India, we are in the immediate neighborhood. America can feel comfortable and remote because it's a remoteness. The distance is in between. Yes. Of course, 9/11 incident has demonstrated threat to security, threat to peace in one place is a threat and challenge to peace all over the world. Only immediate neighbors will get affected is not a nowadays phenomena. Even then, America sometimes can forget or may afford to forget. But India as a country in the immediate neighborhood, we have to be very alert, very vigilant. Both its religious influence and ideological influence as a political Islam, not just driven by them, but their own simple victory, how much influence that will have in Kashmir among the Kashmiri Muslim separatists. That also we have to handle. So definitely India has to prepare. And Pakistan as a country which has nurtured the separatists and terrorists in Afghanistan, how it is going to, in which direction Taliban goes. If Taliban leadership goes in the direction of global Islamic war, sometimes Pakistan may become a winning country. If Taliban in Afghanistan goes in the direction of nation building of Afghanistan, then Pakistan also may have a problem, because the disputes between Afghanistan and Pakistan are also there. So there are number of challenges are there, complexities and contradictions. It is not a clear roadmap. Now coming to India, Indian Muslims, there are some forces or some elements which may feel that victory of Taliban is good and worth celebrating. But the large number of Muslims are safe and living in peace, and the rights they have enjoyed in terms of fundamental rights, equal rights, and rights for women, and rights for the different sections like Shias and Ahmadiyyas and all these people, those things, will not be available if this kind of Wahhabism or Talibanism takes high road. So Indian Muslims also, large number of people have to become vigilant and sensitized, and they have to understand the real thing. So in such a situation, now coming to the state, Indian state, under the leadership of Modi ji and under the leadership of BJP, there is a clarity. The important in the fight is you should have a clarity. So clarity of thought is there, and the purpose is also there. So in my view, I am aware of the challenges. Taliban and its emergence is a challenge in the context of Kashmir, and the context of Pakistan and Taliban alignment, and in the context of China, Pakistan and Taliban alignment. Definitely there is a challenge, but there are enough dimensions and where India can work on. For example, Iran, Russia, China, and Turkey. All these people have helped Taliban in fighting against America. But I don't think they will continue to help, because Iran has its own interests in Afghanistan, not aligned with Taliban. So here, Indian government has to play a role, a motivating role, and a kind of nudging role to make Taliban to become inclusive in governance in Afghanistan, and carry the development issues in Afghanistan. And third, in definitely in India, internal security and the border security, definitely for the worst situation we have to get prepared. In whether it is a terrorist challenge or alignment challenge of different countries at the border, all these things, Indian Army has to be prepared for any eventuality.
Please remember to subscribe to us and switch on the notifications for this channel. For our other social media links, more content, and to support our work, please visit citti.net. Dhanyavad. Namaskar.